on this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast.
I would kill to spend a whole episode role-playing at a Taco Bell.
At a Taco Bell.
In the Mana Waste.
After an intense fight with an Earth Elemental,
You set down to make camp at the end of the day in Tentacle Canyon itself amongst the hoodoos. And one of them crawled out.
You remind me of the babe.
One of them turned out to be alive and crawled out and smacked
with power.
Chester and Paizo and Eleanor all really hard.
It hurt so bad.
And Usuvu.
And Usuvu. Usuvu don't think got crit. All three of you got crit, though.
Chester's sad.
Micah's angels take time to recover and lick their wounds.
Sack here, could you get off of that rock face and maybe do some healing, please? Haven't done this in a while. I'm grievously wounded.
Before encountering even more bizarre wonders in the Mana Wastes.
Another, crag of rock emerging from the rugged terrain.
I shoot it.
But as you approach, it has some odd symmetry to it, which gives it appearance of like an Ulfen longship.
Oh my god.
Buried in the sand?
What?
It's about to get weirder.
Put that down.
No.
Chester takes his whip.
I pull on it with my teeth. Keep pulling.
No.
Pull it.
No.
Pull it, I'm going to take it.
He'll pull on it.
Yes.
Now.
Open the door, get on the floor. Everybody ride a dinosaur. Say, open the door, get on the floor. Everybody ride a dinosaur. Welcome back to Derek's Tour of the Inner Sea, everybody. Today we'll be taking you to the scenic and yet slightly primitive realm of the Mammoth Lords.
Home of one of my characters.
Yeah, boy. Your character, Yura, in Reign of Winter, was Kelid and had family from the realm of the Mammoth Lords. Mm-hmm. If you will reference your map of the Inner Sea, you will notice way up to north, next to Urison, to its east, in between Urison and the former World Wound, you will find nestled there the realm of the Mammoth Lords.
What's our 4chan map say?
It just says caveman.
Ah, yes. Good.
Good enough. Which honestly is pretty accurate. Next to Russian Narnia sits cavemen.
I mean, if you look at the Pathfinder Wiki, the picture is like your stickman cave drawing with a mammoth.
Yeah.
Lol.
Geographically, so the realm of the Mammoth Lords is kind of split in two. You have a couple rivers coming in and also partially bordering it to the west and a little bit on the south. But basically, there's this huge mountain range that kind of cuts it in half called the Tusk Mountains. And there's more or less open, plains, Arctic, tundra. On the eastern side, one of them is the Algid Wastes, and on the western side, this Algid Wastes, and on the eastern side is the Genji Mesa and the Thunder Steppes. The realm of the Mammoth Lords is a pretty neat place. It's one of the places people have complained about whenever they're coming into Pathfinder's campaign setting for the first time. Not as much as Numeria, but they see the realm of the Mammoth Lords, and how can you have caveman people with all these other people in the same setting? It's very simple.
You can't have Alkenstar and caveman at the same time, can
Geographic distance.
And it's also just the realm of the Mammoth Lords, if you look at the Pathfinder Wiki, it's made up of these tribes, which can be a few families or whatever, and the tribes form followings, which follow a Mammoth Lord, some sort of leader, usually someone who's a powerful warrior, a wise leader.
But don't mistake there being only one Mammoth Lord per tribe or following. There can be multiple Mammoth Lords.
Right. Exactly. So there's no ruler, there's no real capital. It's a bunch of basically just followings that are, what is the word? They roam about.
Yeah.
They're nomadic.
Nomadic. There we go. They roam about the area, and that's what the realm of the Mammoth Lords is. Kind of like when we talked about the land of the Lenorm Kings. It's not a unified nation. It's an area of a bunch of different, kind of grouped smaller kingdoms and rulings or whatever. The realm of the Mammoth Lords is just the territory that these Mammoth Lords roam and claim as their own. And they're, I think as a people, they're a little bit more insular. So like, not that they don't have any contact with the outside world. They do. Kelid people can exist outside of this place, but like they value their like way of life.
Yeah.
And they don't want it to change, you know? And they're big barbarian tribes of Mammoth Lords. So if people try to say, no, you're going to change, like, oh, I don't know, the Ursini witches to the east or the demons from the World Wound to the west, or excuse me, that's the Ursins to the west.
Yeah.
I keep getting it backwards. The demons from the east or the orcs
From the south.
From the south.
They'll just fight them.
They'll
And
just
then
fight them.
from the north, the frost giants.
They're not even just in the north. That range in the middle, the Tusk Mountains.
They're all over there. But like in the north, there's like no major nation because Tian Zion is separated from them by the mountains where the giants live.
Tianja or whatever it is. The
I
Asia
try.
analog continent
try.
on the other side of the world. Like the main way people come over from that is over what they call the crown of the world, which is like a land-based North Pole. But it's also like this huge glacier thing. We can take that moment to talk about some of the cool locales within the realm of the Mammoth Lords. One of them, we'll start with the northern border, is called Ice Stair. It is like the largest settlement in the realm of the Mammoth Lords. It's not really part, again, no nation state here, but the Ice Stair is at the very edge of the crown of the world. It takes its name from its main feature, which is a vast set of human-sized stairs cut into the ice, and topped with like carved slabs of rock. And basically this is how a lot of people who make the trip over the crown of the world can come into the Avestan, the continent, through the realm of the Mammoth Lords. And another place that's actually up north, like near the crown of the world, is a place called Tolgath. It's one of the largest settlements there's basically only 3 settlements. There's Ice Stair, Tolgath, and there's one more. And it's like a unusually warm, almost tropical town surrounded by great ferns, rhododendrons, and green cycads. CYCADS. I don't know what that means.
It's actually kind of cool because that brings up a thing whereas like a majority of the realm of the Mammoth Lords is like cold. It's up north. There are spots that are oddly warm and have like, you know, you're when you think of dinosaurs, you think of almost like a tropical wilderness, and it has that in there, and it's because it just says oddly enough there are just really warm spots, and Tolgath is
it's one of them.
Yeah.
And this one specifically is because of volcanic vents and thermal springs in this area.
Yeah.
So there's like a bunch of creatures that you don't see a lot of other places in Avestan. So like there's dinosaurs there, raptors, duck-billed dinosaurs, Tyrannosaurus, predatory terror birds.
Moped.
And it's walled. The city Tolgath, or town Tolgath, is walled, obviously, because of these things.
Let's not forget the other danger, daemons.
Daemons! Although, an asterisk for 2E, because the World Wound has...
Even though it's been done with, there are still demonic threats. It's just over time, rather than the threat building up, it is now decreasing.
Yeah. And then last like settlement area is one that's really cool to me. It's called Hillcross. So because the Tusk Mountains like break the realm of the Mammoth Lords in half, there's not a lot of crossings in between the two sides of it, especially not many that stay ice-free all year round. And Hillcross is described not so much as a true city as a stable, permanent location for a vast tent city. Hillcross serves as a meeting ground for the various nomadic tribes of the realm of the Mammoth Lords. It's like one of the largest passes, and it's big enough, this is deep enough ravine that it doesn't get any significant like ice buildup year round, even if there's a bunch of storms. So even then, it's because they're nomadic. It's not this like built up town with like brick buildings and structure to it. It's more just a huge gathering place.
If I remember correctly, the other two are like actually settlements, and this one is, it's the way the book described it was like just a slightly permanent nomadic camp.
Yeah, because this one is more to do with the actual Kelid people that like roam around the Mammoth Lord's place too, right?
Yeah.
More so than Tolgath. I don't know like about the people who live there so much of it, but at least with Ice Stair, that's like travelers coming in from Tianjia, right?
Yeah.
So, but Hillcross is actually like the big meeting spot for a lot of the different
Ice Stair
followings.
isn't ran by a Kelid. It looks like it's ran by someone from Tianjia.
It is,
Whereas Hillcross is the meeting point for the Mammoth Lords.
Yeah. But it's so cool. If you like this stuff, there's actually a 2E adventure path that is like all about them Mammoth Lords and their realms. It's called Quest for the Frozen Flame. It's actually the adventure path that came out before Outlaws of Alkenstar. And it's like about you being in a following and being the scouts for them. And you can like build up your following, and there's like a hex crawl aspect to it, I think. It's super cool.
It was kind of funny when we started looking up stuff about the realm of the Mammoth Lords, because we've been listening to someone play Quest for the Frozen Flame, and their following is actually a lot different than how most followings are described when you look at books about the realm of the Mammoth Lords.
Yeah.
As in, they're a bit nicer.
Yeah.
I have a cat's cool point with all the megafauna and the like. It notes that like they attract poachers from other lands to try to take the animals back.
Yeah.
But the Kelids of the area will only can walk around the megafauna just fine, because they only kill them when they need like meat or fur or something. Like they live in harmony with the same beasts that some people are poaching.
Yeah, the orcs to the south really like the big old dinosaurs, and they want them as like war beasts, and so like they'll come and try to raid them, and it's a constant thing that the Mammoth Lords have to deal with.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Quest for the Frozen Flame is really cool. I think it's a Glass Cannon's one of their paid for shows. They call it The Blood of the Wild. If you want to hear, it's run by Jared Logan, which is a guy who I think is really cool because he inspired me to do the whole prompt thing.
Yeah.
And he has a prompt for it, and it's great. It's wonderful.
As a prompt user, do you approve his prompt?
I do, although he has started to shorten it. And I know why he does it, because people like pay to listen to the show and like you got to abbreviate it. But I like to go whole hog on the prompt. The only thing is his players are respectful enough to be quiet through it most of the time.
How unfortunate for him.
I guess we're not professionals.
No, never.
One of the coolest things about the realm of the Mammoth Lords was they at one point it mentions like, hey, where do all these dinosaurs come from? Oh, Journey to the Center of the Earth place.
Yeah, awesome.
Like it comes from a inner Earth style world.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool though.
It's just like, it's fun and I love it.
I found it here. It's Earth Naval is what it's called.
That's right. Yeah.
A terrifying descent lined with the bones of ancient beasts and tribal warriors, once connected to Deep Tolgoth,
The Darklands.
beneath to the surface. Deep Tolgoth to the surface. However, the tunnels have long since collapsed. And Deep Tolgoth, if you're asking, is the northernmost region of someplace, spoiler, in the inner sea region, is located miles beneath the surface. It's in the Darklands, basically, stretching from the western borders of the realm of the Mammoth Lords through the World Wound to Mindev. The realm is a vast cavern lit by a brightly glowing light in the center of the ceiling, 2 miles off the ground. The light burns for 12 hours a day before disappearing completely, and the cavern's night is not completely dark. However, because the ceiling is also studded with numerous glowing crystals that give off a glow reminiscent to starlight. And the artwork for this, I just keep getting more and more excited. It shows a froghemoth fighting a Tyrannosaurus. And it's dope.
It is really cool.
I'm actually going to send this to you guys because this picture is so awesome.
Like this is one of those locales of Galarian that I love.
Oh, yeah.
It just tickles my fancy.
Oh, it's Journey to the Center of the Earth, Journey to the Darklands. Oh, man, it's so cool.
And dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. I love it. Realm of the Mammoth Lords, up until even recently, even with the adventure path, doesn't have a lot about it, but it's also kind of simple. There's followings. They're kind of these really nomadic, more primitive people with like barbarians and druids or whatever.
And it's a rough place too, because they're. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that the Kelid language, one of the languages they speak there isn't even a written language.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the religions there are Desna, Gorum, and Rovagug.
Yeah.
It's a place where might makes right, honestly. And that's how they do it. Like if they fight, and they also it's a whole it's like waste not, like they don't overhunt their area because they care about nature. But at the same time, if they fight, like I thought this was interesting, if they fight giants and they kill them and they find like a giant kid, they won't do anything to the kid. They basically adopt them into the tribe, and eventually the kid comes to view the tribe as their family, and they're giants. They're part of these followings.
Yeah.
Because it's a place where the strong survive.
I mean, and like as a place that has existed next to Urison without being overtaken, next to the hold of Belkson with all the orcs that hasn't had its border pushed, and exists next to the World Wound, or at least the former World Wound, and didn't get overrun by demons. Like these people may be primitive, quote, quote, but like they're not pushovers.
Yeah.
I just double checked to make sure my fact was correct. Kellen is not a written language.
Yeah.
It is oral only.
Yep. Oh man. Supposedly, because I was reading the People of the North player's guide, which I think I gave to you guys when we started running Reign of Winter, because it's not just like Realm of the Mammoth Lords, it's like kind of the whole spectrum of the northern places. But they had a page on like Kellids and the Realm of the Mammoth Lords, and Kellids, it was like, they're the kind of people who like just don't need a lot of stuff in life. I interpret that to mean as like they value stuff like experience a lot more than like having a lot of possessions.
Yeah.
But this is just so cool. I love how in each of these places we visit, there, even if like it doesn't have a full-on campaign setting book about it.
Oh, it's Hallett, not Kellid.
Oh, it's Hallett.
My bad.
Kellid is the people. Hallett is the language.
Yes, Hallett is their language.
That's right. But like even if it doesn't have a whole campaign setting book written about it, there's like so much to chew from. It's great. I love Galarian, and I think its kitchen sink fits together so well.
Yeah.
Man. Well, the Mammoth Lords are stuck, centuries behind in technology, but centuries before the Starstone was raised, the Wizard Kings next and warred with one another, scarring the land between them into a devastated, unstable magic wasteland. From the glowing ashes of the Men of Waste arose Alkenstar, the city of smog, a metropolis of airships, skyscraper wonders, and clockwork wonders. I've messed my own self up. To the world, Alkenstar is the pinnacle of innovation and the determination to face of insurmountable odds.
You messed yourself up.
I hate this. On its streets like an Alkenstar is a non-stop race to stay ahead of the competition. And it is here that a desperate group, hungry for revenge, living on the edge of the law, hunts for the ones who cast them out.
In the world of The Witcher.
They are the Outlaws of Alkenstar. I'm so tired.
Poyo.
So when we last left our intrepid band of heroes, you did a lot last episode, actually.
It was a packed one.
You talked to this I almost said kobold. I hate you, Jacob. You talked to this gnoll named Paizo. He was holding this magical gun, a piercing wind, and you kind of were able to discern that he was being dominated, and that the gun itself was cursed and intelligent, and it was the one dominating him. Jax, yeah. You learned about his story, how he had been, how he was part of a party that raided a caravan, and one of the guards was killed by him, but like infused the gun with their spirit more or less when they died, and now have dominated him and caused him to kill his tribe and wandered the Mana Wastes, killing other bandits and raiders to protect the innocent.
Except now he's going to be an unpaid guard
on Chester's farm.
Mother's farm.
What makes you think they'll be unpaid?
They're not doing it for money.
Oh, there you go. All right, yeah.
That's fair.
They're choosing not to be paid.
Yes, this is a...
It's not wage theft, it's wage denial.
After you recruited yet another farmhand,
We need to stop talking before McDonald's gets an idea.
you asked him to help guide you to the Cradle of Quartz. You already had a pretty good general direction of where it is,
But he said he knew exactly where it was.
Yeah.
right. You set down to make camp at the end of the day in Tentacle Canyon itself amongst the hoodoos, and one of them crawled out.
You remind me of the babe.
One of them turned out to be alive and crawled out and smacked
With power.
Chester and Paizo and Eleanor all really hard.
It hurt so bad.
And Usuvu.
And Usuvu. Usuvu don't think got crit. All three of you got crit though.
Chester sad.
Got punched. And you were able to handily beat it with your extra firepower from Usuvu and Jax and Paizo.
How did they expect us to beat this without them?
It would have been tough. Real
I
tough.
also failed multiple times in my rolls.
What was its speed?
Its speed on land was not very good, actually. Its speed, burrow speed was really good. 25 feet normally.
Wow.
And 50-foot burrow.
Jeez.
So we couldn't have outrun it either.
Dang.
What?
I am
My
speed.
God.
What?
Speed.
This thing puts Eleanor to shame with panache.
Yeah, Earth Elemental, man.
It hit like a truck.
Yeah, it did.
And it was that fast and that
A
strong.
high-speed truck.
Yeah. It had a plus 19 to hit on its highest attack.
My elemental
Can-
is so big, so strong, and so fast.
There's
Can,
nothing
that
that he
you can do.
cannot beat.
If I lose Eleanor, can I play an Earth Elemental?
Please?
All you got to do is
Please?
make another druid like your Yura, the Kelid character, who just turns into an Earth Elemental. You remember
Don't
that?
give me ideas, Derek.
That'll
This
do.
player, Cat, was the bane of my existence. Because not only do you have an animal companion as
Then
a
I would
druid,
summon more.
you would summon more, and then you would also turn into, an earth elemental.
Or an air elemental.
Or
It
just
was
whatever.
air most often.
The
I did Earth in those caves.
the most egregious wild shape user that we've ever had.
There was because we play on the table back then, and no matter how many pawns I had ready to go, there was always two things that Cat wanted to turn into or summon that I didn't have a token for, but I knew I had in the box. So it's just be like, okay, fish out the box and go sort through them.
No, never a fish.
No, never a fish, actually. A fun fact. So this thing it's called a sand sentry, and 2E, all the elementals, it's not like greater, medium, small, earth elemental, whatever. It's they actually have different creatures that they are.
They each have their own different form and shape and size.
Right.
So they're not just piles of rock or a vague humanoid made of fire or a tornado. They actually have shape and a bit of personality put to them.
Yeah.
And the art for them, awesome.
It's pretty good. I'll give you a little fun bonus thing here. Sand sentries have no true culture or society of their own. But they are endlessly fascinated with the society and culture of humanoids they encounter, unless they're trying to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
They can shape their appearance to mimic any similarly sized humanoids, and although they always remain obviously comprised of sand, they do their best to mimic the day-to-day activities that the observed humanoids performing.
Why did this guy want to beat the shit out of
Yeah,
us?
Maybe
what
that's what
humanoids did they
maybe that's what
discover
they've observed.
beating the mess out of them?
This is human. Whack. Whack.
Hang on. I have just thought of a reason why it would do that. It had been watching us whenever we interacted with
with the knoll.
with Jax, and it was like, oh, friends now.
It's like Squid, just a little smarter.
It actually has a reason it attacked you.
Oh.
What did we do?
What
File its
was
rock?
its reasons,
It's
DM?
territorial.
Oh,
That's fair. All right. Fair. All right. That's
should have
cool.
just used its words.
Yeah.
It doesn't have words. Actually, it does. It's just you don't speak its language
How do you know that?
because it
speaks
has
rock.
one language and none of you speak it.
You don't know what
It
Chester
could have
speaks.
talked to us.
Do any of you speak Terran?
Yeah.
Your eyes did the talk back and forth.
Does Usuvu,
Oh, that's a good
the
question.
archaeologist.
the
We
anthropologist?
could have avoided this whole combat.
Anthropologist.
No,
Oh,
common.
Should've
Usuvu fucking sucks.
We should have.
What archaeologist doesn't speak another language?
Is the MVP. Okay?
We can't complain.
Usuvu has helped us out so much
Yes.
and done so much
Her trick
damage.
attacks have been so helpful. And
Bless this character. May she live forever. Woo!
I have someone to flank with.
That's right.
I will note that it is now an episode divisible by 4, so please reset your hero points to 1.
I didn't have any, so I get one.
I used mine.
I'm a big advocate for these hero points. I think they're great.
They are great.
Yeah.
Save our butts.
Yeah, they do.
People who don't use hero points wish they could be us.
Yeah, who in the world would not use hero points?
I hear this shade.
I mean, come on. Hero points are awesome.
Hero
I want to
points
feel
are
like a
great.
hero. I need a hero.
Can you pause the game so I can get closer to the one who can heal me?
Yes, please.
Chester
can-
limps.
Speaking of heroes,
I am grievously wounded.
Sack here, could you get off of that rock face and maybe do some healing, please? Just let go. Just take your claws out of the rock.
Drow
Just-
is
just-
pretending to be
one
on
more.
a rock, looking back.
Do I need to get them out of the tree?
I've got to call the fire department.
Haven't said this in a while. I'm grievously wounded.
I did it for you earlier.
Psyche is still stuck on the rock wall.
Slowly working their way down.
There's a lot of visual humor going on.
Drow
here
is
at
a
the table.
method actor
I love
and
this
must
visual
act it
humor
out.
on my audio medium.
I fell last time.
You jumped. You didn't fall.
I still fell.
I thought the cat always lands on their feet.
And
Still hurts.
What did we?
I fell 30 feet.
What did we narrate? Just like you're gonna fall and then land on your head. and yell.
And you never answered if you landed 2-footed or 4-footed.
Still
I
a
said 1
mystery.
foot.
Oh, one. Like a superhero.
No, that's 3.
Well, I mean, I feel like superheroes that can fly, like land and the cape flies up and the
No,
dust.
with a punch on the ground.
Psyche here has metal legs, so it's like thud.
Donk.
It's like when you land
Okay.
from a really high height in Minecraft and the dust kicks out.
Are we going to have to dust Psycheer's joints after this?
I'm sure Sakira's used to it.
Psyche here is an oil can.
I used to live in this place. This is where I'm from. Not this specific canyon.
You
but
mean
you
right
know.
here?
Yes.
Was
I
that
have-
your brother?
Yeah.
Where are you part mechanical then?
That's actually a fair point.
It brings me closer to God.
My legs bring me closer to God.
I was baptized in these sands.
I can't immerse them in the sand.
You're reawakening my childhood fear of quicksand.
Yeah, the quicksand fear is real.
Please heal me.
Yeah, I'm just going to start.
I gotta say, as an adult, I have run into so much less quicksand than child me
then
thought
yeah.
existed in the world.
And as television and books led me to believe.
Yeah.
And
I
it's-
was
Real
blind
world,
too.
it's nowhere near as fast. I'm going to unhook myself from the wall, and then I am about to show these people why I am in the party.
Are you going to do the
We
DC
know
20 for
because
plus 10?
you do good damage and you heal.
Sure.
I think it's better overall. That's
Okay.
what I'm asking.
Yeah, so the DC 20 treat wounds, right?
Who's more hurts, Chester or Usuvu?
I mean, let's just heal everybody if we
What
can.
y'all
I'm at
at?
28.
28
Good
out
heavens.
74.
Uh-oh.
of. Natural one.
I'll take a D of damage.
I mean, if you want it to be me, I've got the least damage.
I'm the one who's been begging for it, so.
Yeah, he did say, or he did.
Oh boy.
Eleanor
Sakir,
waits her turn.
I can't wait for you to.
Put them silicone hands back on, Psyche.
And 6 damage.
You moved. You didn't hold still.
I didn't hold still.
So if you're rolling against the,
What's the order we're doing this in? Chester, Eleanor, Usuvu?
yeah. So okay. So if we're
Sakir,
going
you got
against-
hit too as well, didn't you?
I am at 78 of 86.
Oh, never mind. You're fine.
I think most of your damage came from
Most
falling.
of it came
You'll
from whenever I
live
jumped
forever.
off of like a 30-foot rock
Because it missed its
formation.
punch on you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So if the next one was against Eleanor, that's also going to fail against the 20.
But it's not a crit fail. It'll take
For
damage.
Usuvu.
Here's a Suvu.
Watch Usuvu get a crit.
No, just
Hey!
2d8 plus 10.
Suvu needs healing the least. I'm at 55 out of 75.
Well, let's get you up there.
So
Usuvu is MVP.
that's going to be 2d8 plus 10.
Heal her.
15. So that is 70. I could probably be fine with
Oh,
resting.
after resting, yeah. Healies, please.
Crit for Chester.
32 is going to be a critical success.
He needs
Oh
it.
boy, God.
It's 4d8 plus 10. The 10 doesn't
right.
get doubled.
Yeah.
But it's very good. This will be spathy.
Or it'll be sad.
I see
Oh no, that's 8, 6,
That's
6,
pretty
5.
solid.
35 healing.
Hell yeah.
Suck it, magic.
How are you feeling now?
I am still at 57 of 74, so I could take one more later.
All right,
All
then
right,
Eleanor
this
again.
one's for you, Eleanor.
Do I get the heals?
Yeah.
2d8 plus 2.
Okay. I can never remember the DC.
Oh my god.
This is the first thing we did.
Oh, 21.
Hey,
Do
there
I
you
need
go.
to heal our Gnoll friend?
It would be nice.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
at 101 out of 135.
Holy shit.
I love that we have him with us. Why didn't he take some more hits?
Don't worry about it. Hey, there we go. 2d8 plus 10.
He ain't gonna betray us.
I should be good with rest.
Nah, he's a
How much
creature,
do
so
you
he
get
has
from
more
rest? How much do we get from sleeping?
I think it's your level plus your con. I'll go double check that. 17 points for him will take him up to 118.
I'm down 9, Jake.
Okay.
No, 11, Jacob.
That is diplomacy. I give your wounds a stern talking to. Whoops. Rolled the
Heal
wrong
now.
thing.
How dare.
All right, fun fact. You regain hit points equal to your constitution modifier minimum 1 multiplied by your level
I'm just at full.
when you rest.
So my con is modifier is 3. My level is 6, so I would get 18.
Nice.
Oh, well, then I'm good.
All right, then.
We
I'm
should-
good too.
Be back at full when we rest. We hadn't even made camp yet, have we?
No, you were just starting to settle down.
All right, let's do this.
It's not
All
Forbidden
right.
Lands. We don't have to roll to make camp.
Roll to make camp.
Don't forget, your flint and steel helps.
I did
You
get a
get a plus
6.
1. So you succeed.
I succeed. Camp is made.
You roll to make camp. There's no mishaps. All of Forbidden Lands.
No
Okay.
ants.
No
You
ants.
got a
ants.
6.
No broken ankles.
No broken ankles.
No toes.
No random visitors in the middle of the night.
No bugs everywhere.
No weird army of animals watching us.
Oh man. Oh man.
That brings back so many good memories.
Also some nightmare fuel.
Hey, listen, audience. If you actually do enjoy listening to us and you find yourself being like, geez, I've caught up and I don't know what to do, go back to season 1. It's great.
It is great. We are a lot more inexperienced podcasters than, but I think we're still pretty good sounding. And you get to hear us
Listen, we're hilarious.
devolve. I mean, improve.
If you find yourself all caught up and you're like, damn, I don't know what to do now. Here's what you can do. Go fuck yourself.
Well, I mean, like, our first season contains much more of our manic gremlin energy.
I mean, but just
We've
watch us.
calmed a
It
bit.
takes us like 8
I was
episodes to
Cahoon.
banter. And
Yeah.
then, like, at 8 episodes, our first, like, or one of the first episodes we've been like, what fast food places do you like? And now it's just unhinged, whatever
Yeah.
we feel like talking about, except for Tour of the Undersea, which is a sacred thing now. Okay. You rest. You may gain your night's rest, get your spells back, heal your con times your level.
Sick.
Sakir gets back their spell.
This music is sick.
It's so peaceful and just evokes images of cowboys sitting around a fire with cans of beans.
Yee howdy.
It's like you're
Just-
15 feet up on a rock, hanging there,
Williams.
looking down at the fire.
You're up there hanging there looking down. Chester is eating his beans because he doesn't know any self-respect. And so you just
you
hear
know it.
echoing through the canyon.
just little.
Just like, you know that like sound clip of the fart that's like reverbed to no end.
One time he sits on the rock wrong and it comes out squeaky and long.
I'm sorry, I have the habit of eating beans.
You know that ain't Chester.
That happens, and Sakir just rotates to look.
Williams.
Eleanor Pack's Limba spread.
Does Chester say Williams like a Pokemon?
That's what I do when I have to focus. I say, get your Williams. And I'm always like that with every character I play.
That is fair.
Dreaming.
Topper. Boy. The morning comes around.
Okay, he's right though. He'll just be sitting there. Hello, my name is Pavel.
Yeah, that's how I get
That's
back
just
into my
cute.
voice. Hello, my name is Pavel.
This is the people I run games for, you
Sakir
guys.
Astartes of Clan Tau, the sanctioned the observer, awakens well rested.
Oh my goodness, it does say that in the chat.
Oh, all spell slots
I
restored.
do sometimes regret not spelling Eleanor Eleanor.
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 You should spell it L-N-R. Eleanor.
Eglinor.
Eleanor. We've been making fun of the way Chester speaks recently, and now my new headcanon is whenever you go to Chester's like Mama's farm.
Oh God!
And you need like subtitles.
She is very well spoken.
And then there's old Uncle 10-Finger Boomstick who's like,
Williams.
it's like Courage the Cowardly Dog speak.
Yeah.
I'm about to have a manic fit. Can we move on?
We need to stop stalling.
Yes,
we need to actually
please.
play.
Let's get to the cradle of courts while I'm young.
I just like playing here in a Man of Wastes and making fun of my characters. All right, so you move on. You have a nice breakfast of beans, bacon, eggs, and beans.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Does the gnoll sleep?
Yeah,
Does the gnoll eat?
You actually, in the morning, you notice that the gnoll is asleep. Maybe one of you wakes up early and is on watch, and you see like a puff of magic go from the gun and target the gnoll.
Oh, it's casting Dominate
Yes,
again.
recasting Dominate.
Yeah.
Because the gnoll is still alive. So like,
So
it
it
makes sense
needs
it
to
still has
eat
to
and
eat and
sleep.
sleep.
Yeah, and like outside of that one interaction you had, where you were more or less speaking directly to Jax, you speak to Paizo, but it's just kind of stunted and forced sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's not.
Hi, Paizo.
Hi there, Chester.
Paizo.
Would
Paizo.
you kill us if you had the opportunity, Paizo?
Twitches. Yes.
Are you,
I won't let him.
are you telling the truth?
Yes. But I can't.
Where were you originally from, Paizo?
The Mana Wastes.
What was your clan like?
It was great. We hunted people. We worshipped Lamashtu. It was a good time.
There are many
Keyword
benefits to
was-
worshipping Lamashtu.
But now
Sounds
I must hunt
good
the bandits.
time.
Lamashtu, for those uninitiated to the Pathfinder campaign
Oh,
setting, is known
Mama
as
Lamashtu.
the Mother of Monsters, a chaotic, evil demon.
She's
deity.
fucked up.
Yeah, it's a really messed up one.
Yeah,
Her and Urgathoa.
Yeah.
but out of all the evil deities in Pathfinder, the ones or at least one of the ones I vibe with the most in terms of being like, I get it, is like Rovagug. Just wants to eat everything.
He's just hungry.
Like
He's just
horrifying,
hungry.
but like solid motive.
He had a really
Derek
good.
takes like 2 edibles and he's like, you know what? Maybe Rovagug has a point.
He had a really good plate of spaghetti, but never knows where to find it. So he's just eating everything until he can find the right taste.
And Asmodeus is kind of a cool dude. Horrible, but a cool dude. But like Urgathoa and
I
Lamashtu.
don't know, man. I don't trust
Urgathoa
lawyers.
is really big FU energy, specifically directed at Pharasma.
Yeah.
Be undead. Be
Because
sexy.
I was remember looking this up and seeing people talk. Urgathoa is the goddess of death, and when someone is made undead, their soul is corrupted. No matter like if their soul is like if they're still their humanoid soul, it is corrupted. Because at some point they could become like an angel or a demon or whatnot. But Urgathoa didn't have to have it that way. When she made undeath, she could have had the souls be fine, but she deliberately corrupted the souls.
Yeah.
Just as a big up yours to Pharasma.
Because Pharasma is like the goddess
of
fate.
death.
Like, well,
Well,
not
both.
Not like
Death
death and undeath, but
specifically.
like death is like fate, right?
Yes, she is the final resting place.
Yeah. So like she
Or-
judges
or
all
the
the souls
judgment.
to send them on to like their place.
Yeah.
So when you die, you actually go into the boneyard for your soul to be judged for
That's
a
where the
nebulous amount of time.
psychopomps are.
Yes.
Like
and,
Mr. Sausage.
And Urgathoa don't like Pharasma.
My bull.
All right, so we've
Me
Do we make it to
Psychopomp
the
too.
canyon yet?
Jeez.
To the Cradle of Court?
Let's go.
You continue forward, and you know you're getting close. Paizo tells you as much, or Jax through Paizo tells you as much.
They could both know.
And you know you'll probably only have like you're gonna get there by like late afternoon, so it's like late morning before lunchtime, and you see something kind of in the distance. From the distance,
Is it a Taco Bell?
I wish I would kill to spend a whole episode role playing at a Taco
At a
Bell
Taco Bell.
in the Mana Waste.
I would like a Baja Blast, please, and some cinnamon twists.
It's a really old one, so they still have the little machine where you can make the penny fall to the bottom and get a free taco.
oh man, and they have the like the sick ass carpet.
They
I
have-
would like to get some hot sauce packets.
They have the same aesthetic as those little cups you put in your bathroom.
Yeah, the ones with
old
the
Taco Bell.
with the like the blue and the purple.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the triangles and the squiggle. That looks
And
so
they
cool.
still
And it looks
served
like bowling
the
alleys.
chicken burrito that I liked that's now gone. You could get a chicken burrito and a bag of Doritos and a drink for less than $3.
Beef chalupa.
I sound
Beef
old.
chalupa.
Anyway, from a distance, you see something that appears to be another like crag of rock emerging from the rugged terrain.
I shoot it.
But as you approach, you notice that
I have a
it has some odd symmetry to it, which gives it appearance of like an Ulfen longship
Oh my god.
buried in the sand.
What? Ley lines.
Do we know what an
Ley
Ulfen
lines.
is?
You probably, I mean, one of you has to know, like,
Chester went to school, so.
I happen
Yeah.
to be an Ulfaboo.
oh my god, oh my, Alpha Boo. And our audience will now know what Ulfens are because we talked about the
Yeah.
Lunar King.
It all
What
comes
lovely
full
timing.
circle.
Full shit. But you see what appears to be an Ulfen longship half buried in the sand. As you get,
buried his head against the microphone.
it's 11:30 at night, guys.
We're trying.
A few hundred feet out from this,
Yeah?
it becomes because this is in fact an Ulfen ship.
Oh.
It's exactly what it is. One side of the ship has caved. What is I'm trying to say here?
Caved in?
Yeah, it kind of looks like sunk into the sand. What do? You're a few hundred feet out now.
This is a boat. Why is there a boat out here? It looks. I got a 24 on my society check. Do I know what Ulfen is?
You know that the Ulfens are a people from the far north of Avestan on the east, or excuse me, on the west coast, in a place known as the land of the Lenorm Kings.
I ain't gonna lie. This thing looks like it's Ulfen, and they live really far away. Ulfen. U-L-Fin.
You know,
Oh,
like
I'm
the
sorry
manga.
to hear about both your parents.
Aha! That's orphan.
I almost made that joke.
They live really far away. Chester wants to cast Detect Magic.
You detect no significant magic.
I draw my rapier just
Yeah.
in case.
I ain't detected
I-
no magic. Yeah,
Can I pluck like 1 or 2 crossbow bolts in the surrounding sand to see if they sink?
Chester pull out his whip.
Ooh.
No, you focus, Zach, here. This is not a toy.
Don't move
He
it.
waves it. This is not a toy. Mental fortitude.
Do we need to do this in combat whenever Chester pulls out of the whip? We have Psyche here make a will save.
I make another wellspring surge.
That's. We may have already made this joke. Oh no. That's going to be how he non-lethally knocks somebody else. He waves the whip in front of them,
Bam.
and Sakir just smacks him. I swear
You
we
shoot
may have
in the
made
bolt.
that
Like,
joke.
in fact, the sand doesn't look super deep.
Super deep? Oh, like it's just dusted across some rock?
Yeah,
Okay.
like the bell goes, it bounces off.
Okay, I'm gonna go get my arrow
Oh, I'm
back.
still blinded.
As you approach,
Chester's going to drink a
Drakenheart?
Drakenheart mutagen real quick.
Yeah.
so
I
you
want to cut this off at the start.
so you see that one. Actually, I'm gonna move you to the map here. I have a map for
Ooh,
this.
a map?
A map.
A map.
As Psyker gets closer, they're gonna go meow, meow,
Meow.
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 Hello?
They're just kind of saying like, that's a universal catfolk greeting. Meow,
Meow.
Yeah.
meow,
Meow.
meow.
There you go. Can you see it now?
Oh, I thought that those were 2 huge obsidian obelisks.
Me too. I'm not the only one.
I was like, what
Does-
is that?
Any part of it look like it, like, is there a way to go inside the ship from that we can tell from back?
Not
Here.
really back
That
here.
little hole looks like it.
You'd have to back up a little bit. Well, I mean, I don't know if your characters can see it from like however many feet back you are.
Yeah.
Chester will shout out, "Hello? Anybody there?"
Meow.
What you can see from here though is that the ship is embedded in the rock. Like there's sandstone and like rock with loose sand on top of it, and the ship is like not just sunk in some sand, it is embedded in the rock, as if it somehow materialized partially within the stone or sank into mud that later hardened.
Bad world generation.
Glitch.
This is insane. I wonder how this. Chester's going to wander closer.
Yeah, I come with him.
As you approach, you see. I'll move you forward a little bit here. You're already pretty close.
Meow.
Oh,
So, yeah, 20 feet out from the boat?
Yeah. We'd be able to tell it with the rock and all that from there, I think.
As you approach, you see one small head peek up over the side of the boat.
Like the far... Oh.
And it says... it says...
Who are you? Who are you?
And then you see it, instead of the head pops out, a little creature flies up, and then it's a tiny creature, not even just small, perches on it. It looks like this.
What is it speaking?
Oh,
Common.
Oh, I love it.
oh my God! What the fuck?
My name's Chester.
Hi, I am Psyche Astartes of Clan Tau.
Hello there.
And Asuva says, hey, little guy. And then it turns around and says,
Go tell the queen we have visitors.
Oh shit! There's.
What is your quest here?
Oh, we just saw it and thought it looked cool.
To walk past.
another one flies up. And goes into the like figurehead on the end of the boat, the prow, and disappears for a little bit.
Oh, we should describe what the creature looks like.
Yeah,
It
you want to
looks
do
like
that?
a bat pixie.
Yeah, make the thing pop up again. It is humanoid.
With bat wings.
With bat wings. It looks, I would say it looks kind of like this. Imagine a red gnome, but the head is like, the top half is a bat. Its mouth is a big old frown with sharp teeth, big yellow eyes, and its feet are kind of like
they're brown.
They are brown.
Call them yellow.
Well, you're gonna
They're yellow
mislead the
and
podcast.
brown. And their feet are kind of like harpies' feet, so clawed. But the cool thing is, and they've got sprouts of fur all over them, but their clothing is
Pretty awesome looking.
It almost looks
Really?
like stained glass, and it's blue and silver.
If you have it, you can make a nature check to figure out what these little dudes are.
They're so
nature.
cute. Tell me what these little guys are.
I wouldn't count on it. It is a 12 plus
Nope.
9 for 21.
That is more than enough.
Oh, really?
These things are Nycteras, Nyktera. They are fae. They are bat sprites.
I told them my name.
Yep.
You what?
I told them
They,
my name.
they know our
Sometimes
names.
names can be funky
Oh,
things.
oh,
for
oh,
the
because
fae.
they're fey.
Yeah.
I didn't say my name. But when would Chester
But
not
I
share
was-
his name?
I was dead on when I said bat pixies.
Yeah.
Very much so.
And as you talk to this one, a couple more of them pop up to like look at you, and they like tilt their heads and flap their wings a little bit.
What is it again? Could you spell that again?
It's a Nyctera, Nyktera. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Nyctera.
That looks like it. Nyctera.
They're tiny little fey bat things.
I will get closer.
They look kind of distrustful of you as you get closer.
Can I offer them a ration?
No thanks. Me already ate today. It was very tasty. Unless you have a treat. I would like a treat. Do you have Scooby snacks?
What if I could tell you that we might not have food, but we have the greatest way to pass time in the world?
I'm listening.
I have what we would call a board game. And not is it just like any board game. You build traps in this board game. I present to you Mousetrap.
At that moment,
Are we going to get sued by Hasbro?
this one flies up in front of you guys and says,
The Queen would like to speak with you.
Oh, does she want to play Mousetrap too?
What's a mousetrap?
Allow
me
us
present
to tell.
Follow me.
so I'm not going to move you guys over here.
I shall sheath my rapier.
But you follow him around. I'm just going to reveal all these guys because there's a lot of them.
I don't want to fight them.
Me neither.
He leads you around to the front here. The carved jaws of this giant figurehead open wide. And it's actually, it's a Linorm figurehead.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Open wide, creating a long open space deep within the Linorm's gullet. Several tiny pieces of wicker furniture are arranged through a semicircle, in a rough semicircle around a singular large chair. And like, this isn't something your characters could fit in. I'm gonna place you guys around.
These
it, 'cause
things are
this
like actually, there's what is tiny on the size charts for people who don't know Pathfinder stuff.
Like medium, small, and then tiny, right?
It's like
Yeah.
cat sized, I think.
I think it is, yeah.
The tokens are like 4 of them would make up one of us.
Hey,
They're the size of a little baby.
oh, hey, Jax, you ever met one of these things in your travels?
Oh, I've seen them around before. They're harmless enough.
Good.
You put and like you can't see in here. It's more like you gather around the figurehead of this like end of the ship that's poking up out of the sand, and it's got its jaws open. It's pretty spacious inside for these tiny little things, but like it's very much like you're all like looking into this little box, talking to them, and you see seated there in a regal attire is the queen, and I'll show you her artwork here.
Oh,
that's actually
pretty
really
regal.
cute.
Yeah.
Isn't it though?
She looks like she would be so warm.
And she
I think
stands
she's
up.
wearing a ring as a crown.
And she stands up.
That's so cute.
And actually, her crown is the size of a ring.
I bet it's a magical ring.
And she says, "Greetings. Welcome to our lands, outsiders. Why do you pass through here? What is your quest in this area? We do not see many of your tall walking kind come through."
We seek a man with a great metal cat.
"I'm afraid I haven't seen this man come through. Is there a place you are looking for him? Do you know where he went?"
I don't see any harm in telling them.
Nice.
No.
Go ahead.
Perhaps to a large collection of quartz gemstones?
"Oh, the Quartz Temple. Is that where you're going?"
The second
It is.
person to
So.
call it a temple.
"Ah, I have been there. I have family that live in the Quartz Temple.
Whoa.
Oh,
I would be happy to tell you things. However, I must say the reason I have summoned you adventurers here to my court is that I am in need of your services.
How so?
This ship is our home. It is one we have claimed, but it is not. We have not lived here without our enemies. There are evil little creatures, gremlins, on the other side of the ship.
Oh.
In the stern.
Oh.
They have started to eat and consume like termites the ship, and they will threaten our ability to live here and the stability of our home. I have tried to reason with them to no regard. I must ask you, brave, tall adventurers, to deal with these gremlins.
Could Chester do a knowledge check on gremlins?
Yes. Also nature.
Also nature.
I love these.
I would be pleased to help these wonderful creatures.
I love these completely like modular but story-driven encounters.
Yeah.
Aren't they
It's,
lovely?
11 plus 9 is 20.
So gremlin is like a category of creature.
Uh-huh. I guess what I'm really looking for is do they typically
Do
have
they eat
an alignment?
Gremlin are cruel fey tricksters and saboteurs.
And do they normally eat wood?
You're trying to think, and what I'll roll over is that you're not sure the exact name of it, but you're sure that there could be a like spin-off of gremlins that are termite-like.
Chester will relay this knowledge. There could be gremlins that eat wood, and from what I can recall, they tend to be pretty nasty things. Like bad, not gross, bad. Nasty, bad.
Mean, nasty.
Mean, nasty.
Usuhu, would you be willing to help us in preserving this small culture?
Well, I mean, of course. These guys are cute.
What about you, Jax?
Will
Will you help them defend their lands from the encroaching thieves?
Of course.
Let's walk 20 feet
Yeah.
and find out what these things are.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, it's a little bit more than 20 feet.
I must
but
warn
still.
you, the distance is quite long.
I'm sure we can handle it, Your Honor, Your Majesty.
You look over and it's like what? 50 feet.
I love them.
It is, no, to its credit, it's 120 feet.
I'm joking though. These guys do have like a 40-foot fly speed.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not very far, but still.
They probably have to work the little wings so hard to get there, though.
Go with my blessing, and I will tell you all about my family and what we know about the Quartz Temple.
Thank you for your blessing, Your Majesty.
Go with my blessing, in the name of the wing and the flap and the holy mice.
bless you.
Poyo.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, going.
You are gremlins. Let's go. I redraw my rapier.
Stop. Please, just let me play the game.
I just want to move my token.
Oh yeah, I need to pause the foundry thing. There you go.
Okay, we're over there now.
Well,
Isn't
we're
this
going to
fun?
start moving that way. I wonder how close Derek will let us get.
I said I drew my rapier. I sheathed it to be in polite company for the queen.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so you start walking over here, and let me describe what you see.
Does it smell?
Is that
Oh
the
my
broken
god, there's
mast
even
in the middle?
more.
Is it kinky?
Look at all of
kinky?
them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you see actually when you come around and you see the full prow of the ship. They have like a ton of tiny little houses.
Oh my god. Why have they built out in the sun?
It's the only like structure around except for like stone and caves.
It's not just like on the surface of it. Like they go down into the like body of the ship.
Okay.
We should ask them when the ship showed up if they know. They might not know. They probably don't know.
Did you see her attire though? It looked very.
Regal.
It looked Irasini almost.
Yeah,
You
I'd
know
have
what?
to agree.
It kind of did.
She
And
was
it
in
is
like
fae.
fur and long
And shades of blue and purple.
and long
Yeah.
and puffy.
Maybe she does know. We'll find out once we, murder an entire another tribe.
The aft section
Oh yeah.
of the
This is about
longship
to be a cleansing.
tilts upward at an angle, as if the keel were broken underground. The rear figurehead is carved to resemble the spined tail of a linorm. But the tail has broken and lies in several pieces on the rocky desert floor. The sides of the vessel are riddled with small holes and seems to be suffering from an infestation of insects.
I'm so glad we can't see the holes.
And as you come back this way, you see that there are in fact 3 sentries that you couldn't see because of the cover of the boat that pop up, and they look like this.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
They look like
Oh, that's really interesting.
small humanoid termites with yellow war paint.
With meat tenderizer weapons.
With a meat tenderizer for a weapon and,
they've
a
got
sharp
like
tail.
Like a very
insectoid appearance.
flat, diamond-shaped face with 3 sets of eyes. It's think like the Predator.
It does actually,
except like knee-high.
it does actually remind me a bit of the bugs from the Warhammer 40k universe.
Oh, the Nids. Yeah.
The Tyranids.
So I wasn't too wrong in my almost insectoid
Oh, no,
feeling.
it's very
like an
insectoid.
exoskeleton almost.
Yeah. Even their feet and their hands are insectoid with the little claws.
And as soon as you walk up and they see you, they start going and clacking their mandibles together.
Yes, Chester speaks Goblin. He will speak with them.
They don't speak Goblin, but you can speak.
Common.
Ha!
Clack, 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 clack.
Hi.
Clack, 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 clack.
Is there a knowledge
Chester,
that
Do
could
they
be rolled?
speak
I'll roll
Askadaki?
over your knowledge check from earlier because I was saving it. You know that these are creatures called Vexjits, Vexgit, and they speak Undercommon.
Or V-E-X-T-I-G?
G-I-T. Vexjit.
G-I-T. They speak Undercommon.
Huh.
Because there are so many things in the Underdark. Darklands.
Yeah.
Does this interest you, Drow?
And they clacking their mandibles loudly and like holding their little tiny mauls.
Anybody speak Undercommon?
No.
One of you over there. Can you translate for us?
No.
Oh.
Do you speak Common?
Clack, 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 clack. They seem to be warding you off and saying if you get closer, things are going to get nasty.
Like an angry bug. I almost feel bad not being able to, negotiate with them.
I hate to say it, but it is. We know that they tend to be evil. I know, a loaded phrase. But they're also eating the home of the other people.
Yeah.
Do you think you could leave?
Clack, 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 clack.
I
Can
want
I
to see
speak to your manager?
I can't.
what does one do if I step like one bit closer?
Do you step a square closer? They clack even louder, and they start raising their hammers.
Could Chester pursue a lead on these things?
No, you stop
It
that.
only takes a minute.
You stop that. No,
It only takes a minute.
I see what you're doing. You already had your mutagen. You stop that.
I feel bad fighting them when We can't even try.
You got anything, Sakir?
Fire?
Charades?
We would like you to. Chester will say, we, point to himself.
Yeah, charades.
Would like. He kind of muffles his gesturing. You points at them to leave.
Like
but he
walks
makes a
with fingers.
walking motion away from the boat.
I thought you were going to try to play mousetrap with them.
Let's try to
Let
play
me tell you.
No, we're trying to get them to leave, not want to stay.
Oh, that's fair.
If we teach them mousetrap, they'll want to stay.
We're going to make this mousetrap ultimately useful somehow.
One of these days.
Please go. Would you leave and stop eating their home?
You get the sense that they're not going anywhere, and if you get one step closer, it's business time.
Throw a
Suvu,
bomb
do you
at him.
speak Undercommon?
No, she only speaks common.
What about Jax?
Jax, do you speak Undercommon?
No, actually.
What about
What about
What
Paizo?
kind of
Paizo.
tradesman are you?
Well, no, Jack.
Was a guard.
Yeah, it's a guard. No,
what about Palzu?
What about
No.
Paizo?
no.
Okay.
You almost had
Jason
me say
Nolman.
Paizu. It's Palzu.
What? What are you gonna do?
Are we
I'm
gonna?
gonna start going like this, chewing them by
Chester has his
flicking my
whip
hands
out.
at them.
Chester will take
I already had my rapier
one
out.
step closer.
Yep,
All right,
I go
roll-
with you.
Roll perception for initiative.
No, I after you.
Oh, okay.
That's not good.
I give a little low waist bow. No, after you.
It's a lot better now that I have my mutagen and my improved initiative, because my mutagen increases my perception.
We didn't. It vexes us that we couldn't tell the Vex gets to get.
To get. Ha 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 ha.
It vexes us.
It vexes you. Sakir, did you roll initiative, Williams?
I rolled 27.
I'm so
You know what
glad.
they say?
On the table?
A Vex
Yeah.
is never unarmed.
Oh, you shut
I
up.
hate that. I'm so glad that Derek doesn't give pun damage.
No.
It's there. It's just perception check.
Okay, I got it punched in. Chester Williams.
It's a 6 on the die for a total of 21.
Nice. First in the order, one of them actually beat you. Is this Vex Get.
Get on, get.
Which one beat me?
Oh, one of them. It was this one. Right
It got
here.
a 27, right?
Yar.
My modifier's higher.
Did you roll a 27
You rolled a
exactly, Drow?
26.
No, I rolled a 27.
Oh, okay. Then why don't you go first?
Vex, get.
Yeah.
Get on, get.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering too, Dick.
I'm sorry.
Derek.
Well, it was a 26. By all means, act first, Sakir.
Okay.
Williams.
First and foremost,
Do you explode?
I do not.
Yay.
However,
Clap,
I
clap,
also
clap,
don't
clap,
get
clap,
any
clap.
spells because
Yep.
I haven't spent any spells yet.
Isn't it the worst when you haven't had a combat that day yet, and so you haven't spent spells to get back?
Yeah.
I want to have the next time Sakir explodes, just play like the echoey fart noise.
You stop that. The heavy fart reverberation. Burn.
Reverberating fart noise.
Let me
Actually,
see.
really, realistically, you shouldn't roll your check for this one.
Actually, hang on.
It's not a major.
Oh,
we're about
no.
to genocide this
I hate to
people.
say it,
God,
but what do you want to do?
I'm trying to think about what haunting him would work.
You.
You could move and do it.
Yeah, I wanted to see. Yeah, never mind. It's fine.
Maybe they'll run if we start hurting them.
I have to remind myself, we're not the baddies. They are in fact bad.
Let me just.
You could do this
Have
one, right?
to be bad.
What if Sakir just one-shots them all of us haunting him?
That would be wonderful, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I
I'd
could
love
definitely
it.
get there and do that.
Yep, there you go. So fortitude saves.
Yeah.
I love that. Fortitude. What was that? What total? 23, so that's one success.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your damage while I'm getting these out of the way.
Okay.
9. Okay, so half of that is going to be 4.
Crit failure?
Oh no.
Is it a crit failure?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Half of that's going to be 4. Okay.
Double, it's gonna be 18.
18 for this one.
That bite.
And they're deaf now.
Yeah.
Get dunked on, bug. Get bugged on, dunk.
And then the last one's got to roll here. And that's going to be another critical failure.
Another deafened one. The only bad thing about being deafened is
Yeah.
your attack won't
They're
work on them
actually.
again.
They're immune to this for
Yeah.
a minute, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I need to bother clicking on deafened, but sure, I'll remember it. 2 of them are deafened. Ote, that is your turn. Move and then 2 actions spell. Cool.
Oh yeah, there are 3 of these things.
Yeah, there are 3 of
This
these
audience
sentries.
knows.
Yeah. My bad.
That we can see right now. There might
This
be
one's
more.
going to move up to Psyche here.
Let's hope they don't have a poison.
One action. He's going to one action.
Love dealing 18 damage with a cantrip.
Yeah.
That's
I bet
really
you do.
nice. I have to say, cantrips are much more useful.
He's just
yeah.
gonna smack
Stab at me.
with his little maul.
I believe in him.
15 total.
Oh,
He's actually got a pretty decent to hit. It's
He does,
just a
he
bad
does.
roll.
He can't really do anything else, unfortunately. He has some cool stuff, but
Can he
nothing's gonna
hit
help him
again?
here. I mean, yeah, but that's like he's gonna try to bite you with his next one because it's agile.
Okay.
We feel so bad for him.
23
I think that hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
damage.
Got her.
That hits my AC exactly. Yes.
Yay!
6 damage.
6 damage.
Oh.
You took more damage when you fell last
Are
time.
we supposed to fight these things at level 1?
Oh,
Is that what these kind of creatures are?
I dealt more damage to myself.
Yep. They're not very strong.
Uh-oh.
So next in the order is
Am I
going
poisoned?
to be. No.
Oh.
Oh, they're
We're just exterminators, aren't we?
they're so weak.
The next one's also going to move up and try to flank you. Haha.
Oh, that's a good call.
Footed. Haha. Suck it. It'll automatically adjust for you, and he's going to just go for the
good.
Good for the throat.
just go for the bite to both times.
Probably more like the ankle.
Oh baby,
Maybe a triple?
28.
Nice.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
7. I feel like one of those Game Grumps videos. Yay! 5. Just pain face.
10.
Another one here. This last action is going to be to bite.
Ooh.
16 for 25. Oh, look
at
at
the big guy go.
We're so patronizing.
Something big is going to come soon.
Chester
like
Williams.
a
It is your turn.
troll or
Oh, yeah.
something.
We're gonna run into the queen.
Chester's going to devise a stratagem
Okay.
and recall knowledge. Or do we just want my recall knowledge to carry over?
What'd you get this time?
14.
Total? Yeah, you're not going to get anything else.
No weaknesses.
I'll carry it over because we didn't give you a lot last time. They have weakness to cold iron 2.
Oh, because they're Fae.
Yes, actually. They do have spell-like abilities. They can press to digitate.
Wow.
And they can cast alarm.
I don't think it's worth it to use.
No.
I have the ability to make our weapons cold iron, but I just don't think it's worth it here.
Not unless something big comes out.
I mean, you see these guys get fucked up by that haunting him. They look worse for the wear.
Just gonna move 20 feet to
if
right
you throw
there.
a bomb, I'm not even going to get to
He's
act.
gonna try to hit with his whip, which is 5 plus 15 is 20.
Total?
Yeah,
Which one are you going for? The one...
the one that's flanked, so it's flat-footed.
Okay. Good call. Flat-footed. 20 is going to hit.
All right,
Doing non-lethal damage.
that is a 2d4 and 2d6. 2d4 plus 1 plus 2d6. That's 4 and 1 for 5.
Yay!
Then plus 12 for 17, plus
Jesus.
1 for 18.
18.
Non-lethal damage.
Great. He's still up, actually. That was the one
Good.
that didn't get hit by the haunting
'Cause
him.
if we knocked it out, Chester would have to be willing to kill it while it was unconscious.
Oh, that sounds bad.
It's Suvu's turn. She's going to go to flank the other one that's flanking Psyche here. So we got just a flankception going on. We got a conga line of flanking. Step up, trick attack, strike with the kukri. Same song and dance as normal. 22
hit.
is going to hit.
It's gonna hurt.
This one's going to be dead.
16 points of damage, and Asuvu kills the first one.
Oh,
Runs it through and falls
Slices
over.
it with a kukri.
Does it bleed green?
Yes. Dies. So it's
Nasty.
obviously evil.
Every villain is lime.
Every villain is lime.
It's
feel
Paizo
bad.
and Jax's turn. They're going to move to get a shot.
If he hits, you're gonna wreck him.
This is not going to be good for that little termite. They're going to strike with Jax.
Oh no!
Oh, natural one.
oh shit. Do I get hit?
no!
No.
It's a dumb rule. We don't play that rule.
So that's going to be actually, hold on. That's still a hit.
Oh my god.
So, but the one knocks it down to a miss. So it's not a critical failure. It's just a normal hit.
Oh,
They
man.
would hit on a natural one. Last action reload. Wow.
That makes me feel bad.
It's
I
the
don't
last
want
one's
to
turn.
do this fight anymore.
Why is it making us do this? Why
He's
is
going to
the
run up and
adventure
attack
path-
Chester with the little bite.
How about ye? Oh.
It's a crit.
Natural 19 for a 32.
It
You should have
hits,
had
but
him
it's not a
flank.
crit.
I can't flank Chester.
My AC is
Is it not
25.
fast enough to flank?
No, it's just it doesn't have anyone else to flank with.
Derek. Oh, is it dead? No, it had that to flank with.
Yeah, but it's in one quadrant of the square.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
All right.
Oh, he's tiny.
They're tiny. 4 of them can fit in the square without like bumping into each other. It takes 7 points of damage.
I would love to bomb that square.
I mean, you could
No,
literally
let me act.
you could literally bomb one of the squares and do fine. All right, next attack against Chester because I'm here. Why not? Do natural 18.
Ooh.
Does that hit with
Holy
your
crap.
Drakenheart mutagen?
Yeah, you still hit.
My luck is
Nice.
paying off.
Look at this guy. This guy's a warrior.
He's a warrior.
8 points of damage.
Ow, little guy, that hurts.
Eleanor, after you'll
Don't
start with
condescend
panache.
to it. We're about to
I'm
kill it.
Gonna go here.
Ow, you
I already have panache.
So small.
I'm going to strike the one that was flanking Sakir.
Okay.
Ow. It does hurt though. He's taking 15 damage total.
Natty 14.
Oh my goodness.
That is a total of 29.
That's a critical hit.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's do. We have 2d6
Just shish
for the
the baby it.
rapier,
Just
and then
from a swashbuckler with
3
panache hurt, guys.
3d6 for the panache,
you hurt
my
gets
God.
impaled.
and everything. Oh, don't forget the d8.
Deadly
Should have had a
D8.
D8.
And I
had a
double.
D8.
Don't roll the D8 till after you double.
I double everything, but I don't double the d8.
Yeah, all 5
Yeah.
6s and then the D8.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, let's see.
Oh my
5 plus 5 is 10, plus 6 is 16, plus 2 is 18. 36 plus the D8 makes
God.
it. Oh my goodness,
Wait,
the
did you-
D8 was an 8.
did you remember your
36 plus
static
8
damage?
is
Yeah.
44.
Jeez.
Wow.
44.
That's as much
Okay, my
damage as
karma's
Chester
fixed from the
got
last
dealt
one.
on a crit from the
Yeah.
creature 8 earth elemental. Or I think it was, I forget what. You brained this guy and his head exploded.
I feel so bad.
Shish kebab.
Oh.
I won't do this no more. I won't play
Can we
this
just
no more.
win?
Bad. I can't even feel good about my crit.
Can we just win, please? I don't want to do this anymore.
It's like, here, it's your
This
turn.
isn't fun.
I won't play this no more.
It's your turn. However, where you ended up, I didn't get to describe it. You see something. You see into the open hive.
Yeah.
A hole in the
Oh,
side of the
shit.
ship leads into a low, narrow tunnel that twists through the desert floor. A bitter odor wafts from the tunnel's opening, and the floor is littered with the bones of small animals and broken bits of insect carapace. You see that before you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm actually gonna
Before
take
there's
this.
like an explosion of them.
oh, this is bigger than I.
Oh, the map
Whoa.
is cool.
Well, butter my biscuit.
It's your turn. There's one remaining one.
You ain't gotta.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I'm gonna.
Don't go in the hole though.
No. I'm gonna get up there and try to just smack it out of the air.
Whack.
I feel as though this is.
Unarmed
This is-
attack.
Get
Yes.
onto the ground and Chester steps on it like it's a.
Oh.
Ew, it flies. Ew.
27.
Yeah.
You can flank it if you want, by the way.
Okay. Then I'll have done that. Thanks.
With flanking, that would be a critical hit.
Oh no.
We are monsters. Bum,
Hit the
bum,
critical
bum, bum,
damage
bum, bum.
button, please. All right, 6 points of damage.
6 damage.
All right, still up.
Okay.
You
So
have
this is
another
this one's
multi
action.
the
attack
warrior.
penalty -4.
Yeah.
This is the tough warrior dude.
It's still a normal hit. Roll your damage. That's an 18 total.
20 total.
Oh, okay. Buyukasha, 1 point of damage.
Nix it with your claw.
Okay, that's the end of your turn. It's Chester's turn.
I'm going to roll the device stratagem.
Why?
Because it's what he does.
Chester drops his whip and pulls out his gun.
Sakir dives for the whip.
For a 21 to hit.
That's a
Oh my
hit.
god.
It was a 6 on the die for a 21 to hit.
Why are you out here shooting bugs?
How do you shoot a bug?
All you gotta do is hit it.
Because I'm good at aiming. That's 6, 2, 1 for 9 plus 4th 6, which is a 3, 12 damage.
12 damage. You obliterate this thing. This is effectively like getting stung by a bee.
Just pulling
shoot
a
it.
rifle on it.
What is wrong with us?
Are you
We are
ready
monsters.
to meet God? Chester reloads his gun.
Oh my goodness.
I wipe green blood off of my rapier.
Oh no!
You guys probably just look down at the corpses and then look over and you see Sakir like doing the
On the whip.
thing with the whip. Like they've got
Sakir,
it.
put that down.
No.
Chester takes his whip.
I pull on it with my teeth.
Stop,
No.
Sakir. We
No.
ain't done yet.
No.
Sakir's not trying
No.
to eat the bugs.
No. Keep pulling.
No,
Pull it.
no.
Pull it. I'm going to take it.
He'll pull on it.
Yes.
Chester will start leading Sakir into the hole.
I'll go first.
Eleanor, you go
Let me go
first.
first.
As you go into the hole, roll some perception for me.
I have dark vision.
Tis tradition. Oh, come on.
Chester got a 31.
16.
31 is
rolling?
16 perception
Oh,
as you're
okay.
entering here.
You know how I was saying that sometimes you need to have easy combats?
Yeah.
I
Not
didn't
that
mean
easy.
this.
Just keep in mind, unless this adventure pulls something on us, these are genuinely creatures who love to torment other beings. So it's okay.
And they're eating the other species home.
That's right. As long as the adventure path
So
doesn't have us go down here and be
they're
like,
ecosystem
why did
terrorists."
you kill my babies? They was innocent.
There are like bones here, yeah. So you see as you come up, you see that there's a little tripwire, and there's two
Oh, Chester will say, halt.
there's two spike snare traps. They'll
Eleanor
basically
pauses.
drop a bunch of spikes on you.
Chester would like to disarm this trap.
Go ahead, disable device. Yeah, thievery, I believe.
Al could have done that. I'm too traumatized.
Got no fingers anymore.
Is 5
I actually
plus
have thievery.
13 is 18.
Easily.
It's just not good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember when I
jeez.
said in the other episode that when I'm using DCs by level, but
Yeah.
I just happen to be playing DCs on your level? This is a level like 2 DC.
great. Chester handily disarms this trap.
I could have done it probably.
All right, we're good. Lead
right,
the
I
way,
continue.
Eleanor.
Where's
And have the NBCs
where's
follow us.
critical?
I'm going to stop
and
right
Jason
here when I see
Bowman?
more.
Critical and Jason Bowman.
Yes.
Is that your nickname for them?
Yes.
Because, Paizo and...
Yeah, it's Jason Nolman.
Yeah.
As you
Jason
round the
Bowman.
corner, you see a group of things that are all ready for you. You see,
Wow.
waiting for you to set up an ambush. You
snake.
see
A snake.
a giant snake, which looks very familiar from your airship days. You see 3 more of these little termite dudes, and you see this horrifying, mutated, large or like small-sized termite, but like overgrown, and it looks like this.
Oh,
Oh, I
dear.
hate it.
We
Oh
might
my
not
God.
should be in here.
I hate it.
And that's what we're going to pick up in our next episode.
Oh my god. God damn it.
No.
No.
Can't just
All right.
stop.
Revolt.
So anyway, let's
fight.
roll initiative, everybody.
We roll initiative.
We say
Roll initiative
no.
next week.
No.
No.
This is
No.
so this is how democracy dies.
Poyo.
Poyo.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are at thirdgallon, that's THIRD gallon. And we are also on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook with the same handle, at Third Gallon. We also publish a video version of this podcast on YouTube, which you can find on our channel, The Third Gallon Podcast. Our theme for this season is Delta Rust, composed by Andy Ellison. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work on his YouTube channel, Michael Ghelfi Studios. And you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.